Hello you lovely people out there, welcome to our channel. And today, as we enter the 17th day of the lockdown, and with no cure in sight so far, there hasn't been a promising treatment and a promising cure for the pandemic COVID-19, and the numbers just keep on soaring higher and higher, and the chances of the lockdown getting extended are pretty high. So what do we do is the question. I wanted to talk to you about building immunity in this time. Of course, I'm very happy to know that you're taking all the precautions which are supposed to be taken to prevent the spread of this pandemic, and I'm very happy to know that all of you are in good health, and all of you are keeping yourself protected. So thumbs up to all of you. Now, when we are in such a situation where there's no cure of an ailment, what do? We need to build our immunity, and when I talk about immunity, three things come to my mind. Number one that comes to my mind is physical activity. We need to do some kind of physical activity. Second that comes to my mind is eating healthy food. The third thing that comes to my mind is that we need to take care of our mental well-being as well. So talking about the number one thing, which is the physical activity, like why is it so important, is because during the pre-lockdown period we used to some amount of physical activity. We used to go out, play, we used to go out for attend meetings, to attend our offices and go to meet our clients, go to meet our partners, go to meet our peers, go to meet our so many things which involve some kind of physical activity. We've been staying at home during the lockdown. We still need to find out ways where we can keep ourselves physically active. One of the simple physical activity to do is to walk. You don't need to go to a lakeside or to a riverside or to the lawns that you had. In simple terms, you can walk anywhere. You can walk inside your house, inside your compound where you're staying. You can use your walkways in case it's allowed to on those. You can even go to your courtyards, you can go to your lawns, you can go to your garden, you can go to a park, wherever it's allowed. But we need to keep walking. And if nothing is possible, then don't get disheartened, because you always have your home. So even if within the house, if you are able to walk for 10 minutes, you burn around 50 calories is what the thumb rule is. 10 minutes, 50 calories. So if you take a walk for say half an hour, then you are able to burn 150 calories. Moving on to the simple physical activity which can be done is stretching or yoga. It doesn't take any equipment. You can just do it inside your house. You can do it on your balcony, and in your living room. There are so many resources available on what kind of stretches you need to do, what kind of yoga, what kind of asana is required. There are so many resources available on the internet, and I'm sure you already would be knowing quite a few of them. So now it is the time to put them into practice. Coming over to the second part now, which is we need to change to eating healthy foods compared to what we were eating before the lockdown started. Now it is important to understand that while before the lockdown, whatever we were eating, we were also having more of physical exercise, we were having more of physical activities. And now since our physical activities, they have been really reduced to a great extent, what we need to do is we need to really look at how we can shift on to eating healthier foods which are more nutritious. Number three is how to take care of our mental well-being. I was going through an interview by a leading psychiatrist of the globe. In this interview, he was asked a question as to how do we manage stress and anxiety during these difficult times. His answer to that was that to reduce anxiety and to reduce stress, we should watch less of news. According to him, if you are surrounding yourself and if you are always exposed to negativity, then you tend to become negative yourself. And even if you do not become negative yourself, the amount of anxiety and the amount of stress within it grows up, and it's not good for health. And there has been an increase in the instances of domestic violence and family discord, which primarily has been caused due to stress. So it is really important that in these difficult times we support each other. We work as a home team, and if there are any gaps in one of the partners, then the other partner comes in and fills up the gap, and we become like a team. Now, I was talking to this cousin of mine, and I was asking him, so how has the lockdown due to the pandemic COVID-19 has changed? What change has the pandemic COVID-19 brought in his life? And he was like saying, he was like happy. He said, "Bro, I've quit junk food." I was asking this friend of mine how he's managing things in the lockdown, and he said he used to be very fond of reading books, and now for the last 2-3 years he was not able to read. However, due to the lockdown forced upon us, he says that the brighter side of this is that he's gone back to reading those books which he used to love a lot. Similarly, there's another friend of mine who is very fond of cooking. However, in the last about 3-4 years, because of his professional and official commitments, he was not able to pursue his like a hobby and like one of his interests. So over the last about 2 weeks, it seems like now he's experimenting with all the culinary expertise and all the the cooking ideas that he used to have, and his family couldn't have been happier. Keep a positive mindset, and rather than getting ourselves exposed to negativity which already exists, and then rather than spreading negativity which already so much of it is existing, so we should refrain from spreading out really negative messages which are gonna spread negativity everywhere. And believe me, this is not going to help anyone. If you really want to be happy, you really need to have a positive outlook. You need to build your immunity, and you need to take care of just 3 things. So 1, 2, 3. To be physically active, you need to change your food habits. You need to switch over to healthy foods. You need to keep your mental well-being. So having said that, I'm sure we will all be able to win over this pandemic COVID-19, and let's hope for the best. So much for today, and let's all meet again very soon. And thank you for watching this video. If you like my videos, press like, and if you would want to see more of my videos, then you can subscribe to the channel. If you want to talk to me, if you want to give any feedback or you can leave the comments in the comments section. I'll answer each and every comment and each and every query that comes on this channel. Till then, love you lovely people. Stay at home, stay safe, stay fit.